We've also reviewed the magic of compounding and concluded that a dollar spent today takes multiple dollars out of the future, while a dollar saved today puts multiple dollars into the future. We then looked at the concept of cash flow margin and concluded that there was only one way to achieve financial freedom, and that was to spend less than you earn and do it over a long period of time. In the last chapter, we examined the kinds of debts and the 4 criteria to apply before taking on debt. Now we're ready to put these principles and concepts into practical application to answer the question, where am I? When I ask others how they're doing financially, they typically respond by telling me what their income is or by telling me about their most recent expensive purchase. In reality, neither may be of importance in describing financial health. To know conclusively where you are financially is necessary before you can even begin to plan for the accomplishment of goals, dreams, and desires. The financial planning diagram depicts 4 steps to financial planning. Step 1. Summarize present situation will be covered in this chapter and basically answers the question, where am I? Step 2. Establish financial goals will be covered in the next chapter and answers the question, where do I want to go? Steps 3 and 4, increase cash flow margin and control cash flow, answer the question, how do I get to where I want to go from where I am? They will be covered in chapters 8 through 12. Before you move from step 1 to step 2, you need to analyze where you are relative to where you want to go. 3 financial summaries will give you the necessary facts concerning your current standing. 1. Statement of net worth. 2. Summary of cash flow. 3. Summary of life insurance coverage. Statement of net worth. A statement of net worth is much like a snapshot or X-ray. It summarizes how much you own and owe at a specific point in time. This summary reflects every financial decision that's been made up to that point in time. Specifically, a statement of net worth lists all of the assets that are owned, then subtracts from that listing of assets all of the liabilities or debts owed. The resulting number totals one's net worth. Over time, children often learn that by performing odd jobs or working part-time or full-time jobs they can earn money. For the most part, that money is spent on personal needs and desires, and, therefore, the accumulation is not very great. But at least there is some accumulation. In typical fashion, after high school or college, young people go to work and find that their income does not support their wants. Therefore, they borrow to fund some of their wants and perhaps some of their needs. An automobile, some furniture, a home, and maybe even further education. If they add up what they've accumulated in the way of cash, investments, furniture, cars, and homes, they'll have the total of all they own. However, they may have a substantial amount of debt, which, when subtracted from what they own, would leave a small or even a negative net worth situation. At any point, anyone can add up his or her assets, what you own, subtract liabilities, what you owe, and get a picture of their net worth. This one number is the net result of every previous financial decision. An increasing net worth means that your assets are increasing more than your debts. The value of the net worth statement becomes clear when you examine the finances of Bob and Laura, a fictitious but very typical couple. They've been married for 20 years, have 2 children, and face some major questions in their financial life, such as how much to give, where to give, how to reduce taxes, how much life insurance to own, whether to participate in the company's savings plan, how to reduce their debt, and what investments make sense for them now. To help begin the analysis, their assets, what they own, and liabilities, what they owe, are listed and categorized as follows. Assets, Bob and Laura. Liquid assets. Cash on hand and checking account, $4,000. Money market funds, 0. CDs, 0. Savings, at 2% interest rate, $2,000. Marketable securities, 0.